Hey everyone, I thought I'd do just a quick tutorial to show you from our website and library how you can use our databases to narrow your literature review search. So when you arrive at the library's homepage, you'll want to click on this databases link. That's right below the search box here. And then I like to just click on view all databases, which is right below. And we'll go down to academic search complete. Okay, and then it'll ask us to access that database. If you aren't already, it'll sign you in, but I'm all signed in. And so what you can then do is click on this Choose Databases tab, and you already got Academic Search Complete. There's two others I would recommend you also select. APA Psych Info or Psych Articles, so I guess three others. And then down below, ERIC is a good database. So if you scroll to the bottom, you've clicked those, you click OK. And what Academic Search Complete will do is it'll add those in. And it will never have duplicates, but it'll add in what those have that it doesn't. Okay. So given our class and given our topic, I'm going to show you how you can use these Boolean operators and search terms to narrow your search results. So let's say I'm interested in the intersection between school leaders, particularly principals, and or just school leaders broadly, and data use. Okay, so what I like to do is I'll think of these in their own sort of buckets and categories. So for the first one, I want to think of any word that might show up in an article related to principals, okay, or school leaders. So I'm going to type in principals. I'm actually not going to make it plural because that'll capture maybe more. School leader. And I'm using this or operator, so it can look for any of these terms, or administrator, okay? And there may be others, but I'll just use those three as an example. So I captured what I think they might have in terms of school leadership, and then I'll leave this and I'm gonna now capture my data terms. So I want data-driven decision making, but I'll just do decision, or data use is another one you might see, or data informed decision, right? So these are three common terms that relate to data use. So I've captured what might be used for principal or a school leader and what might be used for data within articles, okay? And then you have these fields. For right now, I'll just select all text and I'll show you what that means. So it's gonna search anywhere in articles to find one of these terms, all right? And it's going to include, it's got to be some combination of something that's in this first category and something that's in the second, all right? And so now I'm going to hit search. We'll see how many I get. So by doing that, I get 2,672 articles. That's a lot. That's a lot to review, right? That's pretty big. So let's refine our results as we go down. Let's say that I just want scholarly peer-reviewed journals. So I can click that and it's now going to update and I still have 2,106. Okay. Maybe I don't want to go back to 1973. Maybe for my topic, I'm just interested in kind of a post No Child Left Behind. So as a proxy for that, let's just put 2000 in. Okay. Even though it came out in 2001. So now I'm down to 1,988. That's still quite a bit. Sometimes if you scroll down, you can see language. There's some in other languages. I just speak English, though I guess a little Spanish I could probably read, but we'll filter that down and I still have 1,971. So that's quite a bit. Now we can start scanning these and look and say, well, principal data use, that looks good. Immunization and data use, that doesn't seem right? That's capturing something else that I don't want for some reason. It must just be this administrator and data use that's grabbing that. So one thing we can do to kind of narrow our search result is we could add a third bar here that says something like schools or let's just put schools, or actually we'll add education. So I'm going to refine this search a little bit. I want something related to schools. And now I'm down to 701. That feels a little more manageable, all right? And this first topic looks pretty good. Now, if I want to go down even more, if I'm just looking at some of these, and these are all looking pretty good, but if some don't seem to fit my topic, what I can do for one final search is I can limit it to just my abstract. So let's say, just to whittle down things, I want these words to show up in the abstract itself rather than anywhere in the text. So if I click that search, let's see where we end up. We're now at 57. So maybe that's too few, right? Maybe we narrowed ourselves unnecessarily, but 57 is pretty manageable, right? We could scan the abstracts pretty quickly and see which articles are really relevant. We could go back to that prior one, which, wasn't terrible, and do an abstract search. Here we have, if we go back to that 700, it's not out of the question to be able to scan 700 abstracts quickly and see which ones matter. Either way, the idea is you can see how we're using these filters and these Boolean operators to be able to narrow down our search. Finally, if you've done this searching and you want to capture what you've done, there's this share feature, okay? And you can, what I like to click here is this email a link to download exported results. So if I click on that, you'll get an email. You just put in your email and you can decide what format you want. So if you use some Zotero or some reference manager, EndNote or ProSite or any of these, you could click on this RIS format and it'll export it. And then you'll have that ready to import to your Zotero library. So you could start using it. So, and if that doesn't make sense and you're like, I don't even know what that is, that's fine. The idea just being, you can email yourself a copy of what you just found. And then of course, these are all hyperlinked. You can go right to the articles from the library itself. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help answer them. And I hope you have happy searching as you look for your literature.